I'm not a sheet metal fabricator. In fact, I'm a rank amateur, but you know this already. This video I'm going to be working on trying to fabricate a bent piece of sheet metal for the rear rocker panel, and I'll be doing some more cutting off. I was using the tools at a local makerspace called Generator VT, which is a pretty nifty little outfit. It's got all sorts of tools, machine shop, carpentry shop. It's got 3D printers, laser cutters, sewing machines, you name it. It's got lots of stuff. I think it's great to have spaces like that, so I just wanted to give a shout out to Generator. But enjoy the video. I'm at Generator Makerspace in Burlington using their metal shear to cut a piece of metal. I had to use my grinder at home for another piece. This isn't wide enough. I'm cutting 16 gauge, which is the minimum for this. There you go, just like that. Another piece I'm gonna cut. I had a tour coming through a second ago. That's going to be a problem. Bent this the wrong way, so I got flattened it again. problem I'm having is the angle of the bend. Can't get both bends in. I guess I'll try to use that clamp. Okay, this is roughly finished. This is going to go under the propane tank door. This is the bottom. This is the top. It's going to attach the piece of metal I put under the bar. This is what's going to create stability. So, a little more. And I'm going to this gentleman is using the CNC plasma cutter. He said I could watch film it. So this is what he cut out. Pretty cool. I've been trying to get the metal prepped for welding. I created this piece. I folded it wrong twice in a row and had to hammer it flat and redo it. It's the quarter panel for that goes under the generator, or sorry, under the propane tank. You know what the hell I'm saying. And it's got a twist to it, and it's got this fold in it that makes it really hard to bend on the sheet metal brake. So I actually made this completely with a hammer. But I'm going to try one more time to make a more clean bend on it. I'm still going to paint this, but I'm going to cut another piece out on here and take it down to the makerspace today, because I don't know if you can see along the edge, there's so much ripple in it. I don't think I'm going to be able to hammer those out flat enough to get a nice seam when I weld it in. So, but I'm still trying to find a way to get this mill scale off. All the things I tried so far didn't work. Even sandblasting it at the makerspace was kind of a nightmare, because it was so dirty and filthy, and I was breathing it in, so I don't want to do that. So anyways, I'm going to see what I can do about cleaning this up first, and then I'm going to cut a piece out. All right, I'm back at generator. I've marked out the lines. The problem I had before was I couldn't bend the flanges because the metal was too narrow. It was creating too much leverage on the device. So I've left 2-inch extra tabs on the metal, and I'm hoping that that'll make the sheet bender work better. So let's see if it works. So that I can fit it on there, and I'll do the last part. Alright, next part is to use the sandblasting booth. Looks like it's been moved. This is impossible to see through, so I'm not going to be filming any of it. I can barely see through it myself. I mostly put the piece in and just sort of sandblast where I think it might be. So I'm going to put you back in the car until I'm done. All right, you should be able to see in the reflection that this one is a little bit better and flatter and smoother, although it is rippled along that one edge that I had to bend with a hammer. This one, which I basically had to bang out twice because I folded it wrong twice, and then I had to make all of the bends by hand with a hammer. You know, probably in a pinch that would work, but you know, I want to have a good seam. So this seam over on this side is the one that's going to be up close to the body, and that one has to be a lot better. This one down here, that's what the hinge is going to screw to. So for that one, I can use some clamps and I could pull the metal together because I'm going to spot weld it to the backing metal, and then I'll be putting screws through it. So that one, I can live with it being bad. That was the one that I wasn't able to properly bend because I just couldn't get an angle on it. So I'm gonna let those dry. I have a tractor that I need to fix. And yeah, there you go. Okay, today we're gonna be in the wheel well, and I'm gonna be trying to clean this part up here. I've been waiting to get a better look at what I'm working with. Looks like there's 2 layers of metal. The bottom is connected to the V angle, and there's a little bit of extra rust on this side, so I'm going to cut a section out over here. I'm going to use a wire brush to try to clean this if I can, and then I will continue to clean underneath and prepare the metal for repair. And I will try to use probably some Seal on that. So that's what the plan is today.
Happy Memorial Day weekend. I have got everything cut off that I want to cut off. I've got a strategy. Turned out this was not actually holding up the whole thing, so I went ahead and I cut through that. What I think I'm going to do is I'm first going to replace a small section right here just to lip over. Then I'm going to replace this section, and then I'm going to put in the piece here that goes under the aluminum. Then on the outside I'll put in an angle bracket. Then I'll do the bent piece, and then I'll fix this part last of all, and then I'll move on. So that's the strategy. I also got a couple of places to patch over there. No big deal. This is funny. I thought I had this open already. So, gonna core seal the parts that I plan to work on. I was working underneath, as you saw, I think, to remove some of the plastic coating, and man, it is so bad under there. Like, I could see me working on this a little bit for a year and still not being done underneath. Yeah, not looking forward to that. Okay. Alright, I should do that in here. Let's go outside and do the underside. Oops, it looks like my Martian leg fell over. I didn't notice that.
And I forgot to turn on the camera for the rest of the core seal on the outside, but that's okay. I'm done with that anyways. So over the next week, I'm going to begin welding in the patches of metal. I hope you enjoyed the video up to this point, and I look forward to having you watch the next one. Have a good day.